Okay, this is a quick video of my home first aid kit, and I bought this from Sportsman's Guide back in 2007. Matter of fact, that's almost 5 years ago. Actually, a little over 5 years. And this is something that I bought to get all of my first aid supplies in one place. And I wanted it in one place, not just on the shelf as individual items, but as one complete unit, so that it could also serve as a grab and go first aid kit. That way, if there was an emergency situation in which I had to evacuate the house, I could just go to the location where I keep this, grab it, and go. That way I wouldn't have to fumble over things. I wouldn't have to look for things. I wouldn't have to waste time getting these necessary items together, because they would already be together in one place. And it served me well over the years that I've had it. Of course, I had a situation recently, as you can see there, where I was doing some work on my Mustang, and I have an electric fan in there, an electric cooling fan, and it's not shrouded. So in a moment of mindlessness, I put my fingers a little too close to it, and whammo, I got hit by the fan. Now, it didn't do a lot of damage, but it did do some damage. So I go into the house and I try to get my first aid kit. I do get it, and I actually rinse out the wound first over the kitchen sink, and then I go for some antiseptic. The antiseptic that I wish to use on that was iodine, because I knew that I had some iodine towelettes in there, so I go for them. And what do I find? Okay, let's see if I get that. I find that they're expired 5/09. Okay, no problem. We'll just open them up and see what happens. And lo and behold, this is what I found. Towelettes that were, or wipes that were, bone dry. So then I reached for another one, and another one, and another one, and every single one of them was bone dry, which did not sit particularly well with me. So this is just I guess some advice to anybody who actually does have a first aid kit, is to make sure that all of your items are current. Now, we get busy sometimes in life. Things take over and you can't do everything at once. But I would highly recommend anybody that has a home first aid kit, or a car first aid kit, or any kind of first aid kit, keep some sort of records of when your items are expected to expire. That way you can always trade them out prior to them going bad. Because now imagine if I had taken my first aid kit thinking that everything was hunky-dory, and of course everything wouldn't be hunky-dory if I really needed it like that, but that I had everything, I was cocksure that everything was fine, and then I needed it, and I came up with something like this. That would not be good. And the funny part about it is, I actually purchased this stuff ahead of time. I do have replacements for this, which I'm not going to show right now because it's actually in the house. So I actually had replacements for this, but I never transferred the replacements into the first aid kit. So if I had taken this thing on, an emergency, I take this thing and I expect everything to be there. I knew that I had purchased the stuff, but I did not put it in there. That's not going to do me a lick of good. So, as I said, do yourself a favor. Always make sure that your stuff is current and up to date. And it's easy enough to either go online or go to a drugstore or something and get replacements for these things. Yeah, particularly the things that have expiration dates on them, such as the Providone iodine prep pads. The alcohol prep pads also have expiration dates on them. The any kind of medications, they have expiration dates on them. And as I said, that would be my recommendation. And just for those who are interested, I actually purchased this first aid kit from the Sportsman's Guide, and this was called the Deluxe 225-piece first aid kit. In 2007, I paid $17.97 for this. So it really is a good kit. It's got a little hanger on here so that you can actually hang it. Look at my stuff falling out, but that's okay. I'll put it back. So you can actually hang it so that you can have easier access to everything. Of course, I modified it to a certain extent. I even put some super pretzel salt in there for numerous reasons. Bayer aspirin, Laerdal face shield for CPR, and some other things that I added in here that I thought it needed. It was a pretty complete kit, but any kit can be improved, and if there's anything that you may need specifically, this would be a good place to keep it, such as if you need any kind of I don't know, blood pressure medication, allergy medication. You should always keep a supply or an extra supply in your first aid kit, particularly if it's a grab-and-go first aid kit, as this is supposed to represent. Okay, thanks for watching, and let me know how you guys out there manage your first aid kits. Let me know how you keep track of your supplies in there, the expiration dates, and all the other critical functions or features or factors that go into making a successful, useful first aid kit. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Oh, and for any non-believers or doubters out there, here is the stuff that I did not put in there. The Providone iodine prep pads. These were purchased from REI a while ago. And see if I can find the expiration date on these guys. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. Looks like it says 2013. So these guys will be expiring in a little over a year. So it's a constant struggle to keep up with these things, but as you saw from the dry ones that I showed in the first portion of this video, it's crucial that you maintain it, because you certainly don't want to get caught essentially with your pants down. And let's see here. This is the list of things that came with the first aid kit. Alright, thanks for watching.